Welcome, yogi, to this chair yoga class designed to get you moving all over. You don't need any props for this class other than your chair. So let's begin seated. Hands resting down on the thighs. If you need to calm your energy when you're doing this practice, place the palms facing down. If you want a little bit more energy bringing into your body, turn the palms to face up. And the eyes closed. Start with a couple of deep breaths into your belly and slowly out through your nose. Deep breath into your belly and slowly out through your nose. Make sure your posture feels good. Back of the neck's long, shoulders aren't tense. Breathing in deeply. Ready for your practice ahead. Let the breath go. And let's begin to move. Still breathing as you were. Inhale, circle your hands up overhead. If you can, even look up towards them. When you exhale, let them float down by the sides. Resting at the sides of your chair. Turn your palms out. Inhale, look up as you lift your hands up. As you exhale, tuck your chin down and let the hands float down too. Inhale, circle your hands up, glancing up. Exhale, float the arms down and drop your chin down. Good. Hands to the knees. Inhale, lift your chest up now, arch your back. And when you exhale, spread wide across your shoulders in the back, chin to chest. Inhale and arch into your back, lift your ribs and chest up, chin up. Exhale and round. A lovely deep breath in, another just like that. And exhale, round. The last few, if you wish, add some arms. Circle your hands forwards and up, looking up, chest up, reach your thumbs back. And as you exhale, round, chin to chest, and then reach your little fingers up and away behind you. Inhale, circle the hands forwards and up. If this is too much for your shoulders, continue your cat-cows as you were doing. Exhale, hands reaching back, little fingers up. One more time, inhale, circle them up. Exhale, reach them back or down and then back. Good. Bring yourself back to neutral. Rest your hands, relax your shoulders. Let's cross your left leg over your right. We'll start there. So with the left leg comfortably crossed over the right, if you need to cross your ankle, that also works. So crossing left ankle over right or left knee over right. Take your right hand by your side and start to circle it forwards, up, back, and down. Two more like that. Forwards, up, exhale, back, and down. Good. Forwards and up, back, and down. When it gets forwards and up, keep it up overhead. Place your left hand onto the chair and reach to the left, coming into a side stretch. As you inhale, come up out of your side stretch a little bit. As you exhale, reach. Another time, inhale, lift up a bit. Exhale and reach. Coming up, now bring this right hand to the knees, to the left knee if you can, and rotate towards the back. You can keep your left hand on the chair, or you can stretch it back behind you and look towards it to stretch your neck. You can take a breath in, sit nice and tall. Look forwards over your right shoulder. And look back towards your left shoulder. And forwards towards your right. One more time. Looking back. And forwards. Very good. Unwind from your twist. Now you might choose to stay with the knee crossed as it is, or the ankle crossed as it is if you have any knee or hip discomfort. If you are able to, bring this left ankle now over the right knee. Sit up tall and lean forwards to stretch the left glute. Think heart, sternum forwards over your shin, keeping your spine nice and long. Just a few deep breaths here. Like I say, there should be no pain in the knee or the hip or anywhere else as you do this. So you can always come back a little bit, either sitting up or uncross the legs if you need to. Fantastic, yogi. Situate up. Release your left foot to the floor and cross your right knee over left. Sit up tall. Left hand down by your sides. We'll go forwards and up and back and around. A couple more big circles. Forwards and up and then back and around. And again. Forwards and up. Exhale back and around. Taking the arm forwards and up. Keep it up overhead. Hold onto the chair with your right hand and stretch over to the right. Inhale up a little bit. Exhale and reach. Inhale up a little bit. Exhale and reach. Inhale up and bring a hand across to your left knee. Turn around to the right. Spin all the way around, and you can keep your right hand on the chair or you can stretch your right hand to the back. Look back towards it, back towards the back of the space, and look forwards while still being twisted. Look back. Maintain a full breath and forwards. Now your full breath may feel different because it's more difficult to breathe into the belly. Look back, so you might find your full breath is in the chest or elsewhere. And forwards. Unravel carefully, spinning forwards. And like I mentioned before, you're welcome to keep your knee over knee or ankle over ankle if that's what you're at. Or you can slide your right ankle onto your left knee. Bring this left foot underneath the knee so it's nice and stable. Sit up tall and start to lean forwards as much as you need to get a stretch. For some, that means staying upright, and others it means leaning quite far. You could be anywhere in between. Breathe deeply. Very good, yogi. Sit your way up, uncross. Tilt your head over to the right. And easily roll it down towards your chest, just around this first, or the front quarter, should I say. Down to the center. And lift your head up as you breathe in. Tilt it over to the left. And gently soften it down around via the collarbone towards your chest, chin down to the center. Inhale up to the center again. Tilt your head over to the right. Take your time, breathe in. As you exhale, rotate the chin down towards the center bit by bit by bit. And inhale, lift up. Tilt to the left. Enjoy your breath in here, tilted, and rotate down. Very good. Come back up to center. Widen your feet. Coming into a forward fold, you can put your elbows onto your knees while you just make sure your spine feels okay. And reach down for the floor. If the floor feels too far away, put something under your hands, books or a block or something to elevate and bring the floor up to you. Take a breath here, relax your back and your neck. Good, one more deep breath. Very nice. Carefully creep your way back up to sitting. Wiggle your feet into the center and get your heels in under you. You might have to squiggle back on your chair a bit. Make sure there's plenty of chair underneath you. We're going to stand and sit, so working into your leg muscles. And when we sit, we're working to land as softly as we can. So trying to reduce the amount of bump as we sit back, as we build strength in the legs. You'll find that you bump less and less and gain more control over time. So do your best today. We'll start with the hands lifting with us. Inhale, circle your hands up, reach them up, forwards and up, and stand up. We're going to sit down. Now, if you need to bring one hand down to the chair to make sure it's there, make sure it's where it should be, and sit your way down. It can help to have your chair on like a yoga mat or something that won't slide. Make sure it's definitely there. Inhale, circle your hands up, stand up. Exhale, sit your way down. And like I say, reach for the chair if you want to make sure it's there. Hands down. 3 more of those. Inhale, stand up, reach high. As you exhale, sit your way down. Carefully, carefully, as softly over landing as you can. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, sit your way down. Last one. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, soft landing. Use your breath. Breathe, 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 breathe. Super light down. That's it. Stand your way up, please, yogi. Hands to your heart. Great. Bring your chair in front of you. And for a start, turn the chair seat to face you. Okay, so you'll have it chair facing you, feet about hip distance apart, and we'll fold forwards. So bring your hands down to the chair and see how that feels. I'm going to turn my chair to the side so you can see for reference, but you can stay facing the way that you are. So your feet are at hip distance. You'll start to fold forwards. You can bend your elbows a bit if you can, or you can keep them straight if that's your fold for today. Wherever you are is perfect. Don't force anything. Try to keep your spine nice and long and neutral rather than too rounded. And focus on trying to tilt your tailbone up a little bit, the pelvis forwards as you stretch. Bend just your right knee. So you'll keep your right heel glued to the ground, bend the knee, and you'll feel your hips shift a little bit down. So the right hip will drop and the left hip's still high. And this will stretch a little more into the outside of your left leg. Take a couple of breaths here. And another, please, yogi. And straighten your right knee out and bend just your left knee. Again, remembering if you can to keep your heel on the ground. Sometimes we pick it up. Try and keep your heel down. Bend your knee so that the left hip drops a little lower than the right while keeping plenty of weight in your right foot. Breathe deeply. Good. Come on back to straight with both legs, folding as far as you can today without forcing anything. And then start to stand your way up. Make sure you don't come up too quick. You can bend your knees a little bit, push your feet down, and roll your way back up to standing. Good. All right. Take your chair and put it off to the left-hand side. I'm going to turn to face you once again. So pop in your chair to your left-hand side. There we go. With the chair top adjacent to you so that you can hold on to it for balance. Right hand onto your hip. Pause here for a moment. Big sigh out. Start to strengthen your ankles and feet a little bit. As you inhale, lift up high onto your tiptoes, squeezing your calf muscles, strengthening your ankles, slowly down. Just like when we're trying to sit slowly, try to land slowly in your tiptoes pose. Good. Inhale, lift up the heels as high as you're able to. And as you exhale, let the heels come down. That's it, yogi. If you lose your balance, just have another go. I know this is difficult. Inhale, lift up your heels as high as possible. Exhale, soften them down. Very good. Let's get your legs woken up a little more now too. Lift your right heel up so that the left foot is still flat on the ground, left leg straight. If you can, lift that right knee up as high as you're able to. And step it back, toes to the ground, high lunge. So your left knee is bent, right leg is straight, back behind you. Do that again. Inhale, take your right knee up in front of you. Big breath in. And as you exhale, step it back, land on your toes. Use a chair for balance. Yet another time. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, step it back. Pause here. Strong right foot, so you're up on those toes. And your left knee is directly over your ankle. Take your right hand up overhead, stretch high. You could have both hands overhead if your balance is okay with it, but using the chair will give you a little bit more support and stability. Great job, yogi. Bring a hand down, step forwards, take a breath. And then we'll lift the right knee up. This is your balance today instead of tree. We're going to lift the right knee straight forwards, hands by your sides like a tightrope walker. And then you could hold onto the chair with all of your fingers and thumb, or you can start to get lighter. So maybe just one index finger tip is enough to help you with your balance, or perhaps you can reach your arms out wide. Firm your belly, shoulders onto your back. 3, hang in there a little bit more. 2, keeping the knee nice and high, strengthening the front of your leg. And 1, good, and release down. This is a great balance to practice with the knee up in front of you, because it helps us to pick our feet up when we're walking, which can reduce the numbers of trips and falls that we experience over time. Switch your chair to the other side. And bring your right hand to the chair, left hand on your hip. That's it. When you're ready, tip your toes, please rise up. Exhale, slow descent. Inhale, up to your toes, strengthen your lower legs and ankles. Exhale, soften down. And up. And softly down. So strong calf muscles help to circulate the blood back up to your heart. So that also is a great reason to strengthen your calves. Standing tall here, lift your left heel up. We're going to lift your left knee up. That's it, nice and high. And step back to a lunge. Stretch up foot back, land on your toes if you can. Right knee is bent and over your ankle. A couple of times through that now. Stand into your right foot, lift your left knee up, big breath in. Exhale, step your foot back, land on your toes. So you've got the chair there for stability. Inhale, take your left knee forwards and up. Exhale, step it back. Pause here in your lunge. You can keep your hands as they are. You can take your left hand or even both hands up overhead. Pause for 3, firm belly, strong left thigh. 2, and 1, hand back down. Step your way forwards. Pause for a moment. We'll lift your left heel up and your left knee all the way up. Hands out to the sides like a tightrope walker. Use the chair as much as you need to. Maybe you need to hold on today. Maybe just one finger can be enough. Firm the belly. Keep that knee lifted nice and high. 3. Do your best to breathe. That's the most important part. 2. And 1. Well done, yogi. Release your foot down. Very good. We'll make our way back to the chair. So bring it back onto your mat or wherever you're practicing. And we'll finish up firstly with a forward fold, just to calm the nervous system a little bit after that work. So with the feet a little bit wide, or maybe a lot wide, bring your elbows down. Once again, release down towards the floor. As I mentioned the first time you did this, you could put a block or some books under your hands if you needed to. Relax your neck. Breathe deeply into the low back. And start to slow your exhales down, just to calm everything back down again. 2 more breaths here, please, yogi. Make your way up, please, bit by bit by bit. Sit back in your chair. Lean back into it. Rest your palms, just like at the start, facing down for a calming energy for the day. Palms facing up for a little more energizing for your day. Check the posture, position of your neck. Close down your eyes. We'll just spend a minute or so following the gentle sound of the breath. You don't have to control your breath, just listen to the gentle inhale and exhale as you breathe through your nose, relaxing your body from toes to hip, all of your torso, belly, ribs, chest, your arms from shoulders to fingers, and relaxing your jaw and your face. Just listen to the sound of your breath. If you'd like a little longer, to Shavasana or to perhaps move into a meditation, also breathing, you're welcome to do so. If you're ready to complete your practice and move on with your day or your evening, bring your hands to Namaskara prayer position. Sit up away from the chair. Thank yourself for coming to your mat today. Enjoy a full breath in and let a deep breath out. Thank you for your practice, yogi. Namaste.